appreciate everyone that has been the fit to honor this day. It's a great privilege to see you all here. Though as bereaved as the family might be, we sincerely appreciate you all for giving it fit despite your tight schedule. Being a weekday, a working weekday, you still find it necessary to be here. May God bless you all. Like the late Sister Bolu normally calls me, my honorable. I happens to be her in-law. And I sincerely appreciate her role in the life of my wife and my family. It happens that the year she gave birth to her first daughter, the following year, my wife also gave birth to my first daughter. So whenever she's coming from abroad, all the clothes the daughter used and new ones she is unable to use, she will bring it to our house. And she will always say, she is very close to my wife, and whatever happens between me and my wife, she is aware. She must be aware. So that is it. May God bless her and may her soul rest in perfect peace. Here, on behalf of the family, I'm here to appreciate everyone. My special thanks go to the Goma president. Despite the shortest time I met him, he was able to make everything possible and easy for me. Please, shall we put our hands together for him? I appreciate you so much, and I respect you so much. I also want to especially appreciate and thank the little team the family set up. I can't go on without appreciating the effort and the willpower of the one we call Olori, Brother Wani Akinami, who happens to be my senior in your place. I round of applause for him. He stood as a strong man. I also want to appreciate the effort of his sister, who out of a time all the way from UK honors to visit us without any member of the family knowing. The presence of Mrs. Adelike Adekemi Mojo. Please put your hands together for her. I also want to thank a member of the family, the presence of Sister Elizabeth Monisola. Where is she? Yawo. All right, thank you. And I also want to thank my wife and our two sisters. We all stood, the six of us, when something happened at the last minute. Yes. I am here on behalf of the family to correct the impression of what has been going on online on social media. The Akinanos are very peaceful people. We have been bereaved because a glorious child, a glorious daughter of ours, we lost her. And I don't know, like I will want to say, how somebody will be trying to cry more than the bereaved. Barely 2 days after her death, I was away for work though before she died. The day I left, I traveled for work. The night of that day she died. My wife has even sent me message late night. I was asleep. When I woke up the next morning, I saw it. I was in shock. I called my wife and I asked some of my friends and my neighbor to please help me check on her. She couldn't eat. She couldn't do anything. Barely 2 days after her death, I saw online on social media invite for a burial ceremony. And I asked myself, I said, am I so useless within the family that I wasn't told? Who is the person just fixing just 2 days? Were they waiting for her to die? You know, those questions keep coming to my mind. I called my wife and she said she's not aware. Immediately, I had to take permission from her. I told my colleague about it. They said I should go home. I came home and I asked my senior-in-law, "Sir, what is happening?" He said he was there when they talked about the burial, and he consented. And without any benefit of doubt, we all know the death of Sister Abuni pained a lot of us, but we are pained differently. You can't cry more than the bereaved. The way the immediate family are paid is different from the way our colleagues will be paid. And the brother was totally indisposed. I mean, my senior-in-law, Brawali, he said at that moment, he doesn't know what to decide and what to do. He saw his younger sister being wheeled out of the hospital to the morgue. And I saw him that this man is not really in his rightful mindset. So I said, we should contact our family at home, which every Yoruba person here knows that when somebody dies, it is necessary you tell the mother's side and the father's side. Even if it is of our culture in Ondo that the elderly one cannot bury their daughter, but we must let them be aware of what has happened. You all will agree with me. So I told my senior-in-law, we need to consult people from the village. She can't die on Tuesday, and a week later, Tuesday, they want to bury her. I said it is practically impossible. And he accepted. And he went to the forerunner of the person who plays the role of organizing a burial within 2 days. And he told him, please, can you kindly suspend the date for now? So when I hear from my family, I will get back to you. Of which we did all we could to reach them. They even asked my sister-in-law and the younger sister between my wife and a second with myself to come over to the village. But we pleaded because of the danger on the road and because she is too young for us to use. And the reason my senior-in-law told me he accepted the date, he was feeling, let me use the word, the Yoruba word, so that then I translate it in English. He was feeling it is what Yoruba called Ogwofo, that she is too young to be kept anymore. But the elderly ones told us, around us, that she is married, her parents are no longer alive, and she has children. So she is worth to be given a befitting burial. At that point, my in-law accepted. And because we will never want to offend the colleagues who, on their own part, has done well before our death, even to the last moment. And I demanded for the number of the person who stood as the forerunner of the initial preparation. I was given his number. As evidence, I still have his response to me. The first thing I did, I wouldn't want to barge into his privacy by calling him direct. Some people don't speak number they don't know. I sent him a message. And my message goes thus. I said, please, I greet you in the name of God. I am a member of the family of your colleague, late Sister Omije. Please, can you permit me to call you on the phone so we can talk? His response was, I am not interested in your call. And I didn't fit to go further. I sent him a voice note. In this voice note, I pleaded with him. I said, there are two persons you don't get mad with or get angry with. A newborn baby and the dead. And I said, for the sake of your late colleague, please, can you talk to me? He refused to respond to me. This was on Saturday, the week before they actually fixed their own burial. We waited. The next thing we did, I said, is there any, because I know it's a gospel association, and we know what gospel means. It's things of the Lord. And I said, is there any elderly person who can consult from the gospel word that can help us talk to this person, so we could talk and reconcile the event by shifting the date a bit further. We all know that the initial date they fixed was supposed to be last week. Shifting an event to the following week, is it that bad? So we were even thinking, instead of the Tuesday, shift it to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that same week. So the elderly person we contacted called him, spoke to him, and he told the elderly man that Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ Bùnmi, which translated into, is it late police matter? He said, Ẹgbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ Bùnmi, forget about it, he is not interested. And he banged the phone on the elderly man. I now told my in-laws and my wife, I said, we can do this ourselves. We can do this ourselves. And I told my in-laws, I said, this person is putting himself in the place of God. Maybe because there is no man that is indispensable, it is only God. So I felt he could be thinking the family is so wretched, they can't bury their dead. And I said, my in-law immediately said, okay, let's have a platform so we can achieve this. I think our sister, who is a true member of the family and a strong woman from UK, the person of Mrs. Adekemi, we formed a platform, 6 of us. Myself, my senior-in-law, Mrs. Adekemi, Monisola, and my wife and our twin sister, 6 of us. We did the cost of everything. And I went to the cemetery at that time myself. And I made negotiation. And the 6 of us were able to contribute over and above, without coming to the public for assistance, what is needed to bury her. We only need to inform and plead with other of our colleagues, because I will not say it is all the artists, other of our colleagues to honor her. And the next thing we started hearing is, in as much as we are trying to contact some persons, they will say we should go and meet that particular person. He has called them to disregard our call. Yes. And I said, okay, what about if my in-law, my late in-law is not as popular as this, and she dies? Are we not going to bury her? I said, we can go to any church. I trust churches and beg for pastors to come and honor us to bury our sister. They were obliged to it. Thereafter, we started planning. All of a sudden, we started seeing information online that the family are witness, that the family are giving problems. Please, for correction's sake and for the sake of God, Akinlami family is not a problematic family. We are bereaved. We are pained that we lost a glorious child. We are not interested in battle. We were only pleading. And to make it worse, I saw a self-acclaimed prophet. I will use that word, permit me, sir, online. You call yourself a prophet, and you wrote online that the family of late Sister Bùnmi is begging artists and begging them to come and perform in her burial, which is a total lie. And I looked at him and I told my friend, I said, you can see why some people will decide not to go to church. This is a self-acclaimed prophet. But there is one thing I want to beg every one of us in, even the bloggers and everyone. I am from Ondo State. I know the rudiment of law. They should please go back. I am not begging him. I am standing it as a warning to him. I will follow him to the matter legally. There is what we call cybercrime in Nigeria today. Whether it is cyberbullying or cyberstalking, the long arm of the law, we get it. I want to beg him to drop everything he has said about my family. And I want to put it before him today and before the public that if there is any evidence he has where the family has begged for anything, financially, materially, and otherwise, and if the family has ever begged for any artist to come and perform on this day, you should present it to the public. I will give him 1 million naira. But here, we have come to appreciate those artists who did this feat, who out of their goodwill knows she remains their colleague. No matter the differences they might have had, no matter the rancor they might have, or the difficult time they might have passed through, we thank you all for coming. We thank you all for honoring us. God will bless you. God will honor you as your operator.
Thank you.
My special thanks once again goes to the Goma president. He prayed the Father name. We shall put our hands together. He did all he could to appease the family despite all he has had. And I will be leaving this podium once again telling the bloggers that I put it as a challenge to the man who called himself prophet that is going on social media to malign the image of the family by degrading the family, by defaming the family, to put it on air in any form or any